little different. Notice this one has a number out in front. So this one has 5 square root 40. So we're going to ignore this 5 for a second. I'm going to come a little circle around it. We're going to ignore that for a second. We're just going to look at the square root 40. So type square root 40 into your calculator and see if you get a whole number or an approximation. So we're going to get an approximation here for square root 40, this part, which is 6.32. So that means that we have to do our factor tree again. So we're just looking at the square root 40. We're going to go underneath it, make our factor tree. Once again, start with small numbers. So we'll start with 2, and 2 is going to work since 40 is even. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. So that means we're going to have 2 times 20, which will give us 40. We can't break down 2, it's prime, so we'll bring it down. We can definitely break down 20 by using 2 again. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So 2 times 10 will give us 20. Okay, keep going with your numbers until they're all prime. Can't break down 2. Can't break down 2. We can break down 10 using 2 again. So 2 times 5 will give us 10. So remember, we're looking for buddies. We want guys that have buddies. So a pair of 2's. So these 2's are buddied up. And then we have another 2 left over, but we also have 5 left over this time. So we're going to draw our house. And remember, the buddies can go out. So the buddies of 2's, the pairs of 2's, can go outside. And this time, left over, we're going to have a 2 left in the house, and we're going to have a 5 left in the house. So we're going to multiply those guys together, which will give us a 2 square root 10. But now, let's go back to this 5 that we had. So we had this 5 in the beginning. We're going to bring this 5 over. Notice he's outside the house, so he's going to stay outside the house. We're going to multiply with this buddy 2. And say 5 times 2 will give us 10. And then we also have 10 inside the house. So our final answer is 10 square root 10. So this looks similar to the last example. So we have this 7 out in front, 7 square root 27. We're going to ignore the 7 here for a second and just look at the square root of 27. So we'll put that in our calculator. And when we do, we see that we get 5.19. That's called an approximation. So we didn't get a whole number answer, so we're going to need to do our factor tree again. So underneath 27, we're going to break that down. So we'll start small again. So we'll start with 2. But 2 doesn't go into 27 evenly. So we'll go to 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So 3 times 9 will give us 27. 3 is prime, so we'll carry it down. But we can break down 9 by using 3 again, which is 3 times 3. So all prime numbers. So remember, you're looking for buddies. You're looking for pairs. So we have a pair of 3's with a 3 left over. So we're going to draw our house. Remember, the buddies can go out. So the pairs of 3's can come out, with the underline, the leftover 3, staying in the house. Now, just like last time, remember we had this 7 that we started with, so we can't just forget about it. So we're going to carry this 7 over here, and he's going to go outside with the 3. We have the 3 in the house. So that makes our final answer 7 times 3. So that will make that 21 square root 3. And there's our final answer. Okay, last example, guys. So try this one on your own. Pause the video. Try to work it out. See what you get. And then come back to the video and play and make sure that you have your answer correct. So 12 square root 48. So once again, we're going to ignore this 12 for a minute. And we're just going to look at the 48. So go to your calculator, type in square root 48, which is going to give you 6.92. So there's our approximation. which means that we need to do a factor tree. So underneath 48, we're going to make our factor tree. Start small. Start with 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24. So 2 times 24 will give us 48. Can't break down 2. Okay, we can break down 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So 2 times 12 will give us 24. Can't break down 2, can't break down 2. You can break down 12. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 2 times 6 will give you 12. Can't break down 2, can't break down 2, can't break down 2. You can break down 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. And there's all our prime numbers. So start looking for your buddies. So we have a pair of 2s. So these guys are buddied up. And then also we have another pair of 2s. So these guys are buddied up. And then we have a 3 left over. So you're going to draw your house. Remember, all the buddies can go out. So you have one pair of 2s that are buddies. We also have a second pair of 2s that are buddies. So they're going to go outside and multiply together. And then we have a 3 left over. He has to stay in the house. So 2 times 2 will give us 4 outside the house. And our square root, 3. But now don't forget about this 12 that we started with. We got to bring this 12 over. Put this out in front. Multiply it with our 4. So 12 times 4 will give us 48. Bring down your square root 3. And there's our final answer. So good job, guys. Good job finishing up the videos on square roots. Remember, you can always go back and rewatch them if you need to. See you in class, guys.